Archangel Michael is very angry with you. This is the last time I'm flashing this on your screen. Don't test my patience, open this within 31 seconds. Something very bad is going to happen or you alone will bear the full responsibility for what's about to happen. Do not scroll, hold your breath, and feel the edge of this moment touch your skin. This is the final flash across your screen, the last lighthouse pulse before a rocky shore. Archangel Michael says this window is short and sharp like a sword drawn halfway from its sheath. You felt this heat all day, a silent alarm under your ribs, a pressure that would not let you relax. The clock keeps forming the same numbers, and your name keeps echoing in places it never echoed before. The message you are reading is the turning of the key that has been stuck for too long. Something unwanted has been circling, patient and gray, waiting for you to stay distracted for one more hour. It attached to old habits and false promises, feeding on the energy you kept giving to delays. The angel is angry because you were warned gently many times and still you kept negotiating with what hurts you. The tone changes now, like the sky before a storm that means business. The softness is over, and clean decisions must be made in clear daylight. The next 31 seconds are a line you must step across. Type Amen to get blessing 333. My child, the loop ends here, not tomorrow, not next week, not after another excuse. The loop ends when you stop replying to what has already proved it will not respect you. The loop ends when your hands move, not when your mind overthinks. There is a person or pattern that smiles while it takes, that promises while it delays, that flatters while it extracts. The angel has watched you explain away red flags with generous words that were never matched by actions. No more softness for what abuses your softness. You are not being punished. You are being protected with force. The sword does not caress a knot, it cuts a knot. The anger you feel from heaven is not cruelty, it is protection fired at full power. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Here is what you do now, and you do it without trembling. First, pick up your phone and delete the thread that keeps reopening an old wound, because that thread is a rope you keep handing to your own ankles. Second, block the number or handle that returns only when it needs you, because silence is a sacred wall when the visitor is false. Third, open your bank app and scan for charges or transfers that feel wrong, because the leak must be sealed before you refill the tank. Fourth, change the passwords you have been meaning to change, because meaning is not a lock and action is. Fifth, throw out the small object linked to a memory that drags you backward, because the future does not blossom in a drawer of thorns. You will feel a weight lift as if a window snapped open in a sealed room. Air will move, light will sharpen, and the old static will fall quiet like ash. That silence is not emptiness, it is clean space ready for instructions. Type Amen to get blessing 555. Place your right hand on your chest and name the harm out loud, 3 words only, short and exact. Place your left hand over the screen and name your intention, 3 words only, bold and clean. The angel hears short, honest language faster than long, nervous poetry. There is a time on the clock that keeps repeating for you, and it is not an accident. When you see that time again, you will breathe in once and exhale twice and press your foot down into the floor. That is how you anchor the moment so it cannot slide away. Now take a glass of water and lift it to the level of your heart. Speak release into it like a seal pressed into wax, and then drink it to close the seal. The body understands rituals that the mind debates forever. Type Amen to get blessing 777. A contact may knock with sugar on their tongue and urgency in their tone. They will speak of timing and chances and how all of this is for you while counting on your old habit of rescuing what refuses to rise. They will ask you to prove your heart while refusing to prove their own. You will not answer that pull, because answering it is how the loop resets. You will not defend yourself to a story that never listens, because your energy is not a courtroom. You will not explain your new boundary to the one who profits from your lack of boundary. Archangel Michael says the door you keep propping open is the draft that keeps blowing out your fire. The sword closes that door with authority and bolts it from the inside. Your warmth will stay where it belongs now, with you. Type Amen to get blessing 888. There is money with your name on it that could not find your hand through the fog of mixed signals. There is a message meant for you that could not land while you kept a chair reserved for someone who never arrived. The angel will not watch you starve your harvest while feeding your fear. Your sleep will change when you stop feeding the shadow. You will wake without the knot that greeted you like an unwanted pet every morning. Your mirror will stop returning the tired face of someone carrying everyone else's bags. Tonight you throw the bags down. Tonight you quit the drama that pretended to be destiny. Tonight you cut the string that kept tightening while you called it a thread of fate. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Write this sentence on paper right now in clear letters. I revoke my permission for harm, and I welcome only what honors me. Fold the paper toward you and keep it where you keep your keys. Now light in your mind a blade of blue fire taller than you. See it slice through the rope of guilt that kept you apologizing for saving yourself. Hear it sing as it moves, clean and bright, no tremble, no regret. The next offer that arrives will meet a different you. It will meet the you who reads the terms, respects the body, and exits the second respect exits. It will meet the you that sacred anger built. Type Amen to get blessing 111. There is a door on your right and a door on your left. The right door is familiar and heavy and always leads back to the same hallway. The left door is new and silent and opens to a room that smells like rain after heat. You will choose the left door, and you will not narrate your courage. You will step once, and the floor will hold. You will breathe once, and the room will greet you. The past will shout from the hallway because it always shouts when it loses control. But your feet will already be inside the room, and the shout will fade. The door will close without your hand, and that is how you know the angel helped. Type Amen to get blessing 222. Someone may try one last time to drag your name back into old chaos. They will use urgency as a leash and nostalgia as a hook. You will feel the tug, and then you will feel the sword cut the leash clean. You are not late, you are exactly on time now that you have stopped arguing with your knowing. You are not cruel, you are correct now that you have refused to feed what bites you. You are not alone, you are fully escorted by fire that defends without apology. Archangel Michael says the countdown was never a threat, it was a mercy to stop the drip before it became a flood. The mercy has arrived with steel in its spine. The mercy has teeth and a halo and stands beside you like a wall of light. Type Amen to get blessing 636. You will feel a tremor inside your ribs and mistake it for fear. It is not fear, it is the room inside you widening. It is the space where your next life fits. Your voice will drop into a steadier register. Your eyes will level so they no longer look up for permission or down for approval. Your hands will be empty and ready because you finally put everything that was not yours to carry on the ground. The bad thing that circled will starve where you no longer feed it. The pattern that hunted you will lose your scent because you no longer walk that old road. The threat will pass through you like wine through a gate that no longer locks. Type Amen to get blessing 747. The morning after the last flash, you will notice how quiet your phone feels in your hand. Notifications that used to bite now arrive like soft knocks you can choose to ignore. The air around your choices will finally belong to you. You will clear a small table and make it a landing place for your new life. Keys, water, a short list written in thick letters, only what helps you move. Everything else goes back to the shelf it came from, or out of the room. A name will float up like a bubble, and you will feel the old tug in your chest. Instead of answering, you will breathe and let the bubble pop without touching it. This is what power sounds like when it stops trying to be liked. You will check the door you bolted last night and find it still closed. No draft, no whisper, no fingerprints where they do not belong. The boundary holds because you do. Type Amen to get blessing 1010. You will speak kindly to the mirror as if you're greeting someone returning from a long road. Welcome back, you'll say, and your eyes will recognize the sound of home. The tired light leaves your face like smoke leaving a window. 3 small tasks will ask for your attention and get it, completely and without fuss. The list shrinks, your breath widens, and the room brightens by a shade you didn't know was missing. This is how momentum feels when it clicks into place. If an apology forms on your tongue for picking yourself, you will let it melt before it reaches your teeth. You no longer apologize for healing. You no longer apologize for doors you had to close to keep the roof from caving. A message meant for you will land clean because there is finally space to land. It will not shout, beg, or bargain, it will simply fit. You'll know it's yours because peace, not panic, will arrive with it. You will forgive yourself for not knowing sooner and bless yourself for knowing now. The past loses its courtroom when you withdraw as its only witness. You step out of the trial and into the morning. Your body will remember a rhythm older than fear. Shoulders drop, jaw unclenches, stomach loosens its fist. The machine of survival powers down so the instrument of living can tune up. You will not chase, you will attract by alignment. What does not honor your boundary cannot pass, what does will knock and wait. You choose who walks in because it is your house again. If old silence calls you heartless, you will let it ring out. You have chosen stewardship, not spectacle. You have chosen the kind of quiet that grows gardens. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. A number will appear on a receipt, a clock, or a door, and you will feel a warm confirmation rise in your chest. That is not coincidence, that is choreography. You kept your part, so the music kept time. You will move money where it belongs, with clarity, not fear. A small transfer here, a cancelled subscription there, a new line in a savings plan with your name on it. Abundance respects people who respect themselves. Someone will test the latch one more time, gently, like a thief pretending to be wind. You will hear it, smile without opening, and return to what feeds you. Tests pass when you no longer need to take them. The room that smelled like rain will show its windows, and beyond them a path you didn't know your feet remembered. One step, then another, no drumroll, no audience, just the exact right ground. Your life starts behaving like it trusts you. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. You will notice your posture change when you walk outside. The same street will feel wider, as if the building stepped back to give you room. Even the sunlight will look decisive, landing where it means to land. A call may come from an unknown number, carrying a familiar script. You will hear the first 5 words and know the rest by heart. This time you will hang up without ceremony and feel no echo afterward. The urge to explain yourself will try one last sprint. It will arrive with a costume labeled kindness and a bag full of delays. You will recognize the disguise and let the door stay shut. You will open a fresh document and title it simply, Proof of Peace. 3 bullet points each day, what you did, what you stopped, what you felt, nothing ornamental. The record will become a quiet fortress around your progress. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. Your home will begin to match your inside weather. You will remove the objects that demand energy you no longer owe them. The empty space they leave will hum like a new engine warming. 2-step verification will guard what matters without arguing. The click, the code, the calm, this rhythm will become natural. Safety will stop feeling like a task and start feeling like a lifestyle. You will schedule rest like an appointment with your future. The calendar will hold you the way a good chair holds your back. Fatigue will stop impersonating fate when you stop treating it like a badge. A message from a true ally will arrive with no hooks, no tests, no rehearsed mysteries. You will feel your shoulders answer yes before your mouth does. Trust that begins with ease tends to keep its promise. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. An old playlist will suddenly sound like the weather of a life you have outgrown. You will turn it off without grief because you are learning to choose silence over noise that shrinks you. In the silence, a new melody will introduce itself. Your reflection will hold your gaze without flinching. Not because everything is solved, but because you finally stop negotiating with what dissolves you. Confidence and relief will share the same chair. Work will feel different when you stop carrying the extra invisible job of managing other people's storms. You will complete one thing at a time, like doors closing softly down a hallway. Completion will start to taste like permission, not pressure. Someone will say, "You've changed," expecting the old apology. You will nod like a lighthouse that does not explain light. If they can't meet you at this shoreline, the tide will answer for you. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. The room where you pray, breathe, or think will develop edges again. Boundaries sharpen environments, and environments sharpen decisions. You will find yourself choosing quickly and sleeping deeply. A sudden memory may sting, but it will sting with context instead of chaos. You will see your old self doing their best with the tools they had. Compassion will replace the courtroom and close the case. A small sum of money will arrive where a leak used to be. Not a miracle headline, an honest, steady correction. It will feel better than fireworks because it will be yours by alignment. You will keep a promise to move your body even when the mind offers 10 reasons to wait. The pulse will clean the corners where dread used to camp. By evening, courage will feel like an organ, not an effort. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. You will unfollow the page that trains your fear and follow the page that trains your faith. Algorithms obey decisions, and your life will begin to reflect your feeds. Curatorship is a spiritual practice in modern times. A door you once begged to open will creak from the other side. The invitation will sound like déjà vu in a tone you no longer wear. You will smile, wish it well, and keep walking toward clean air. The deadline that haunted you will become a launch window. Same date, different spine. You will show up on time for yourself, and the world will read it as authority. At night you will place your phone face down and your hand over your heart. 3 breaths in rhythm with your pulse, 3 words of gratitude for simple things. Sleep will approach like a friend who knows the spare key spot. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Morning messages will be shorter and truer because you no longer audition for rooms that do not suit you. Concision will taste like freedom. People who love clarity will find you faster. You will realize that anger was a bridge, not a home. It carried you out of the fire and onto ground that can grow gardens. Now the work is gentleness without surrender. You will choose a new symbol for this season, a ring, a keychain, a line of ink, something that reminds your body what your mind decided. Symbols speak quietly to places language cannot reach. The reminder will steady you when the hallway starts whispering again. If grief arrives without warning, you will let it sit beside you while you keep breathing. You will not make it your map or your jail. You will treat it as weather that honors what was while not obstructing what will be. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. The next time urgency knocks with no respect, you will answer with presence, not panic. Presence is the only emergency exit that always works. You will step through it like someone who knows the floor will hold. A final test may come dressed as a perfect echo of the past. The lines, the timing, the bait, all expertly familiar. Your body will recognize the trap a beat before your mind, and that beat will save you. You will start measuring progress by piece per hour, not drama per day. This metric will change your routes, your meals, your company, and your calendar. Peace scales quietly, and then suddenly. By dusk, you will notice that nothing catastrophic happened when you chose yourself. The bad thing starved where you didn't feed it. Responsibility matured into sovereignty, and the night felt like a promise you could finally keep. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. You will feel your list growing in a satisfying direction, not longer but wiser. Proof of peace will start catching small victories that used to slip through cracks. A week of pages will look like a map with clear roads instead of detours. Old triggers will try to perform in front of you and find no stage. You will sip water and answer life with the simplest next action. The absence of drama will sound like a new instrument tuning itself. Unexpected help will arrive from a direction you did not measure. It will not be flashy, only precise, like a tool handed to you at the exact right moment. Alignment loves calm hands. A sign will park itself in plain view, not to impress you but to confirm you. The path will not ask to be chased because it is the ground beneath your shoes. You will keep walking like someone who trusts their step. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. You will move a small sum to savings and feel a door click in your chest. The click will mean stewardship, not fear. Your future will nod from the other side of that door. A relative may try to bait you with a story that once owned your afternoons. You will stay kind and firm and tell the truth with short sentences. Guilt will lose the contract it never deserved to hold. Unsubscribe will become a quiet word for personal liberation. You will end junk permissions with a single tap, and your attention will stop paying rent in rooms it never used. Permission given to peace becomes permission granted to progress. Sleep will land heavier and kinder. You will wake without rehearsing old arguments in your head. Morning will feel like a clean page instead of a courtroom. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Work will reward your one thing at a time rhythm. You will watch tasks fold like shirts into a drawer that finally fits them. Completion will become the floor you stand on, not the finish line you chase. A creative spark will walk into the room like a friend carrying tea. Ideas will stop sprinting away because your environment no longer threatens them. You will capture one and give it a home. A connection will arrive with clear eyes and consistent actions. Green flags will act like green lights, quiet and reliable. You will meet steadiness with steadiness and call it good. An old rumor will try to orbit your name and fail. Your serenity will be heavier than gossip, and gravity will choose what to serve. The circle will break because you decline to spin. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. A small document will resolve in your favor, and your name will shine clean. The relief will be practical, the kind you can file and never reopen. Closure will feel like fresh air entering a room that needed it. You will clear a shelf and fill a bag for donation. Objects that once tugged at your energy will release their claim. Space will begin to act like a blessing with edges. Your social circle will become smaller and brighter. Invitations will filter through values, not loneliness. The table will seat fewer voices and more honesty. Trust in yourself will mature from a hope into a habit. You will celebrate in ways that feed tomorrow, not just tonight. The celebration will sound like gratitude spoken at a normal volume. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Protection will no longer feel abstract. It will feel like arriving home and finding every window latched and every room warm. Archangel Michael stands like a wall of light where you once placed a chair for chaos. A message from the past will appear with pretend urgency. You will answer with a single sentence that honors your boundary and ends the scene. The peace that follows will prove the boundary correct. You will learn the difference between intuition and anxiety by how your body behaves. Intuition is quiet and specific and leaves your breath steady. Anxiety is loud and vague and leaves your breath asking for help. You will prepare a 3-line script for moments that try to pull you back. I cannot return to what I healed. I wish you well from here. This is final. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. A long walk will teach your thoughts to move at the speed of your feet. The sky will look simpler when you choose a single horizon at a time. Your shoulders will lower without being told. Rain will arrive and wash the tired static from the air. You will smell the clean that follows and recognize it inside yourself. Weather outside will mirror weather within. A fair credit or quiet refund will land where a leak used to drip. The number will not be huge, but the respect will be. Money that honors you travels a clean road. You will write a short note to yourself and slip it into your pocket. I choose clarity over chaos. I keep promises I can keep. Even your hand will walk differently after reading it. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. A simple ritual will mark your evenings. Salt in warm water, or a candle watched to a calm pool, or a page written until the noise empties. Ritual trains the nervous system to trust the room. You will place a tiny investment into a future skill. Minutes and coins, nothing reckless, everything steady. Compound peace behaves like compound interest. A mentor will speak a sentence that fits you exactly. It will feel like someone handed you your own key. You will use it that same day. Time will keep sending you quiet patterns. Repeating numbers, aligned timings, the right person at the right door. You will nod and keep moving because recognition is enough. Type Amen to get blessing 2727. Friends who love your boundaries will love your laughter. A simple meal will taste like a holiday because of how present you are. Presence seasons everything. At night you will put the phone away face down again. Your hand over your heart will become the permission slip for deep rest. Morning will greet you like a teammate, not a test. Dreams will return with symbols that feel like instructions rather than alarms. A blue flame, a clean corridor, a table set for two with your name on both cards. You will wake knowing what one next step deserves. The next day will not need a trumpet. It will need your shoes and your list and your calm. Consistency is the miracle that never needs to shout. Type Amen to get blessing 2828. You will choose vendors and voices that match your ethics. A purchase aligned with your values will feel like a prayer answered in practical language. Integrity will start saving you money you did not know you were spending. Service will weave into your week without burning you out. An hour given with a full heart will return as energy, not exhaustion. Generosity flows best through clear pipes. A new hobby will borrow your attention and return it steadier. A plant that thrives, a chord that rings true, a page that fills without force. Joy will learn your name again. A family conversation will finally land on truth with no raised volume. History will stop auditioning for future roles. Love will choose boundaries as its grammar. Type Amen to get blessing 2929. A familiar test will knock exactly when you expected. You will answer with the new you, efficient and kind, and the test will fold. Exams end when you embody the lesson. You will mark the moment with a small celebration. A walk at sunset, a favorite song played loud once, a deep breath that tastes like victory. Celebration will anchor the new normal. Archangel Michael sheathes the sword because the field is quiet. The path remains guarded while you build, plant, and rest. The wall of light stays even when you stop looking at it. Tomorrow's calendar will notice your steadiness and cooperate. Meetings will align, delays will reveal hidden timing, detours will expose better roads. You will keep your promise to move forward without apology. Type Amen to get blessing 3030. You will notice how small promises keep stacking like clean bricks. A call returned when you said you would, a task finished inside the hour, a space tidied before sleep. The architecture of your days will start to look like trust turned into a building. When doubt tries to narrate the old story, you will turn the volume down instead of arguing. Not every voice deserves a microphone. The quiet you choose will return your focus with interest. A modest opportunity will arrive wrapped in responsibility rather than glitter. You will recognize the gift by the way it asks you to grow instead of pretend. Growth that fits you is worth saying yes to. You will place your gratitude on what you can measure: breath, bread, bed, and watch excess chase simplicity. The heart steadies when basics are blessed. The future relaxes when the present is respected. Type Amen to get blessing 3131. You will repair a relationship with a single honest sentence. No essays, no rehearsals, just clear truth delivered gently. Clarity is the highest form of care when spoken with respect. Your schedule will stop punishing you and start partnering with you. Boundaries will turn into time you can use, not fences you resent. Structure will feel like a friend who shows up with a plan. A small kindness you extended weeks ago will return as an open door. Seeds do not forget the hands that planted them. You will walk through without performance, only gratitude. You will put your phone in another room during meals and watch taste come back to life. Presence seasons food, and conversation blooms when attention is not divided. Nourishment multiplies when honored. Type Amen to get blessing 3232. You will feel your confidence click when you keep a promise no one saw. Private integrity builds public strength. The mirror recognizes what the audience cannot provide. A decision you delayed will resolve itself once you choose rest. Tired minds make labyrinths, rested minds find doors. The door has been there the whole time. You will return to a book you once abandoned and understand why it matters now. Timing is a language, and you are finally fluent. Lessons land when we are ready to live them. An expense you feared will reveal a better negotiation. You will ask for what is fair and be surprised by how often fairness agrees. Self-respect is persuasive. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. The morning air will feel like a note played just for you. You will breathe in, and something faithful will answer from the center of your chest. The duet will set the tempo for the day. A message from someone steady will arrive exactly when your energy dips. You will receive it without minimizing your need. Receiving is a discipline like giving. You will finally let a souvenir of an old season return to the earth. Not out of anger, but out of accuracy. The space it frees will prove how much room you were lending to a memory. Your pace will become sustainable without feeling small. Sustainable is not slow, it is survivable and strong. Endurance is the new elegance. Type Amen to get blessing 3434. You will schedule a financial check-in like clockwork. Numbers will stop being ghosts and start being instruments. You will play them instead of fearing them. A simple boundary around your mornings will protect the entire day. No drama before breakfast, no bargaining with dread. You will give your first energy to what feeds you. An apology you owe will travel on time and land well. Responsibility spoken cleanly turns strangers into neighbors again. You will feel the air lighten after you send it. You will create before you consume and notice how ideas line up to be chosen. The well fills when you lower the bucket first. Inspiration respects initiative. Type Amen to get blessing 3535. Your body will thank you for 10 minutes of movement more than it ever thanked you for an hour of worry. You will choose the 10 minutes. The day will rearrange itself around that choice. The task you dreaded will shrink when you start, as dread so often does. Action punctures the balloon of imagined difficulty. You will smile at how airless fear becomes when met with motion. You will say no without adding a biography to justify it. No is a complete sentence spoken by a complete person. The world will adjust faster than you think. An old label will fall off because you stopped carrying the surface it adhered to. You are not who the past needed you to be. You are who the present can trust. Type Amen to get blessing 3636. You will reorganize a drawer and accidentally reorganize a thought. Order spreads like light under a door. One tidy corner invites another. A ride you once begged for will honk outside, late and loud. You will wave it on with a smile you mean. Missing that ride is how you catch your life. You will notice that peace has a sound, soft footsteps, unhurried voices, the silence after a finished task. You will curate that sound the way a DJ curates a set. Your day will dance differently. You will invest in quality over quantity and watch replacements stop bleeding you. Fewer, better, cared for, this is how stability looks in objects. Stewardship is style. Type Amen to get blessing 3737. A mentor's sentence will echo at the exact right moment: choose what chooses you. You will obey, and resistance will lose leverage. Mutual selection is momentum. You will decline a triangle where two people want you to hold what they refuse to handle. Refusal is not cruelty, it is clarity about capacity. Your energy belongs to what you are actually in. A small ritual of closing the day will protect your sleep. Lights low, one line in the journal, one glass of water. The nervous system reads consistency as safety. In a room that once intimidated you, you will notice your shoulders settle. Worthiness is not a performance, it is a posture. You will take your seat like you were expected. Type Amen to get blessing 3838. You will turn a complaint into a checklist and finish it before noon. Transformation is often just organization in motion. Satisfaction will replace the urge to vent. A past version of you will cross your mind, and you will thank them without inviting them to drive. Gratitude without regression is grown wisdom. The wheel belongs to the present. You will pick a single word for this season: steady, clean, true, and let it shape your choices. Words are rails for days to travel on. Your rails will be aligned. Someone's chaos will attempt to sprint into your calm. You will step aside, and the sprint will exhaust itself without you. Not all fires require your water. Type Amen to get blessing 3939. You will notice how often miracles arrive dressed as maintenance. A bill paid on time, a tire checked before the trip, a meal prepped before the hunger. Quiet prevention is loud protection. An invitation to over-explain will appear, you will answer with a smile and a simple boundary. The right people understand short sentences. The rest were looking for the old door you removed. You will give yourself permission to be new where you are known. Reinvention does not require relocation. Evidence accumulates faster than permission slips. Archangel Michael stands where the road forks, hand over the door you have chosen. The path stays lit as long as you keep walking. Light is a verb here. Type Amen to get blessing 4040.